Well, good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this Saturday morning. I'm Taylor Lazenby, and we're going to turn our attention to weather this morning. And the musical background is also getting us kind of prepped for the weather, Julian. You know, it was a little scary outside this morning.
Yeah, a little ominous this morning. Thunderstorms woke me up for sure. But those are starting to clear up for us. We also do have a flash flood watch that's in effect for Richland and Crawford County until 6 p.m. this afternoon. And that has been updated because we're looking at chances of seeing some more rain to start to pop up, especially into western, southern areas of Wisconsin as we go in throughout the rest of our afternoon. But as of right now, really only going to start to see a little bit of rain near Richland County. But for the most part, we're not seeing too much more in terms of thunderstorms for us rest on our morning. Now, as we take a look at our severe weather outlook, we do have a marginal risk for areas just a bit north of Dane County and to the west. And then, however, we are looking at the enhanced and slight risk really impacting northern areas of Wisconsin. So we are also going to be looking at planning our day. Our day is going to be looking pretty decent to start off. However, it's going to be very humid, so be prepared for that as we go on throughout the rest of our morning hours and into our afternoon. Our temperatures are going to rise into about those lower 90s for us, but then we're looking once again to be potentially seeing some showers and storms for us. As we take a look at our current conditions as of right now, we're waking up much more sunshine, not a whole lot of cloud cover, but it's pretty muggy. We're looking at dew points at 68 degrees as of right now, 70 with the sun coming right out, so it's definitely quite a bit uncomfortable as we're getting things rolling for us, but at least we are looking at the warm feels of August. Now, as we take a look at our temperatures around southern Wisconsin, we're seeing those lower 70s already starting to pop in. However, over into the east for Milwaukee and Kenosha, 78 degrees apiece for them as we're looking at those warm spots coming into our morning. However, as we take a look over to the west, still looking into those 70s as we go in throughout. We're taking a quick look at our afternoon of what we could be looking ahead. Our high looks to be around 91 degrees for us, but it will be hot and humid, so make sure you're staying hydrated. But we'll talk more about what else to expect coming up, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, if you're away from your TV today or from this whole weekend, you can still stay up to date on local weather by downloading our free First Warn weather app. And new this morning, 5 Wisconsin men were arrested in an undercover human trafficking operation. Attorney General Josh Kaul announced on Friday that the men were arrested Thursday in Fond du Lac and were accused of solicitation of prostitution. Now, the Attorney General thanks members of the Division of Criminal Investigation, the Wisconsin State Patrol, and the Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Office, who coordinated the investigation. If you or someone you know needs help, the DOJ urges them to call 911. And for thousands of Madison drivers on Monday mornings, their commute will have to come to a lower speed. Our Adam Duxter explains the city's logic for speed reductions on its main roads and shares why not everyone is on board.
If you've ever felt you need a sign you're going too fast, the City of Madison and Renee Calloway are prepared to give you one.
So the hope is that we can get these installed. A lot of people are going to start.
Trust the First Warn weather team for your most accurate forecast.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Downey's been taking you back since way back. With freshness and softness you never forget. Feel the difference with Downey.
Did you know diarrhea is often caused by bad bacteria in food? Try Pepto Diarrhea. Its concentrated formula coats and kills bacteria to relieve diarrhea. See, Pepto Diarrhea gets to the source, killing the bad bacteria. So make sure to have Pepto Diarrhea on hand.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
In this ad, pay attention to the actor's gums. Gums? We don't think about them. But like skin, over time, gums can get damaged. Colgate Gum Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues.
Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
Single-serve Fancy Feast Petites are just for her. Just the right size, just the right gourmet flavor. No artificial preservatives or colors, just what she needs. Just what you want. Fancy Feast Petites. Love is in the details.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we apologize for those technical difficulties. Now, thousands of Madison drivers on Monday morning commutes will have to come to a slower speed. As our Adam Duxter explains the city's logic for speed reductions on its main roads and shares why everyone is not on board.
If you've ever felt you need a sign you're going too fast, the City of Madison and Renee Calloway are prepared to give you one.
So the hope is that we can get these installed. A lot of people are going to start to slow down.
Come Monday, a 2-mile stretch of Park Street between Badger Road and Regent will be the first major street to see speed limits drop from 30 to 25, a part of Madison's long-term plan to try and eliminate traffic deaths altogether.
What we're trying to do is take a systematic look at all of the streets in the city that we know are sort of the high injury locations and look at what needs to change on those streets to make them safer.
And the change in speed on Park Street is just the first of many to come in the city of Madison, with changes along Whitney Way, Mineral Point, and other streets to follow in the coming weeks. Calloway says something as simple as even reducing the speed limit 5 miles an hour could have a big impact when it comes to overall safety. But not everyone is on board. Local business owner Ben Gottlieb says Park already sees more cars than it can handle.
We have many clients that won't come down here at 5 o'clock anymore because of the congestion.
And feels slowing them down isn't the answer.
And if we can move that congestion through, it actually will benefit local businesses, I feel, more.
Calloway says it's about safety.
We're not trying to make your lives more difficult.
Both for people inside a car and out.
We're just trying to ensure that you and everyone that you care about get to where they need to be safely.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Well, so far in 2021, nearly a half a dozen people have died after being hit by a car in Madison streets. You can find a detailed list of where speed limits will drop and by how much in the coming weeks by going to our website. That's at channel3000.com. And if you're driving on the interstate over the weekend, be sure to take it slow. The State Patrol says it will be conducting aerial enforcement in Dane County on Sunday, and they will be flying over Rock County later on today. It's part of a 5-county effort to crack down on dangerous driving behaviors. And turning our attention to Afghanistan right now, the Islamic State, a drone strike was aimed at its ICE member in Afghanistan believed to be involved in the planning of a suicide bombing that killed as many as 169 Afghans and 13 American service members at its Kabul airport. Now, U.S. troops are bracing for the threat of another terrorist attack from ISIS-K. Officials also confirmed Friday that there was only one suicide bombing on Thursday. Reporters on the ground say the crowds at the airport were visibly thinner now, and President Joe Biden met with his national security team Friday to discuss the dangers still ahead. And 5 Republican members of the state congressional delegation toured Fort McCoy on Friday afternoon. Now, we learned about 2,000 refugees are currently staying there. Fort McCoy and the U.S. defense officials continue to say that refugees arriving at Fort McCoy have been thoroughly vetted, even before landing in the U.S. The refugees are currently in the process of getting special immigrant visas, but lawmakers visiting on Friday say that they're still concerned since there was no way to have that paperwork already, and that some of these refugees could pose as a threat.
We saw our troops here providing comfort and aid to individuals who escaped from Afghanistan. I still have some very significant questions that I'll be following up with the Biden administration on. regarding the vetting process of individuals who've exited Kabul, come through the lily pads, vetted through Dulles, and ultimately arriving here at Camp McCoy.
Well, the facility has the capacity to hold as many as 10,000 refugees, and many could stay for up to at least 2 to 3 weeks, but it's unclear right now whether they would head after that time frame. Also, some new information we're learning this morning about the deadly apartment fire on Madison's west side that happened on Wednesday. The Dane County Medical Examiner is identifying the victim as 63-year-old Myra Smith. Now, fire crews found her dead inside one of those units at Summit Hill Apartments. The fire displaced at least 27 other people. The cause has not yet been released. And a Sun Prairie man says his 5-year-old daughter was lost by her elementary teacher on Wednesday afternoon during after-school pickup. The father says his daughter was missing for 45 minutes while she ended up walking home from C.H. Bird Elementary School in Sun Prairie. He told our Brad Hamilton that he wants answers.
Carl Saubacher says that his 5-year-old daughter walked all the way home on this busy street, which is Bird Street here, after miscommunication went horribly wrong with the staff at her elementary school. Now he's looking for answers after the alleged incident.
Worst phone call I've got.
Your daughter is missing. Those 3 words would haunt any parent. It became Carl Saubacher's reality Wednesday afternoon when his girlfriend called from C.H. Bird Elementary School saying their daughter was missing from the after-school pickup line.
You hear the horror stories every single day about kids being taken away from their parents and never coming home.
Saubacher told us that his daughter's teacher believed she had been safely picked up in the family's vehicle during after-school pickup. Only issue is, it wasn't their car. Saubacher says that the school security shows his daughter opened the door of another car, noticed it wasn't the right one, got out of it, and walked back to the school. But when she couldn't find her teacher outside, the kindergartner decided to walk home. By the time Saubacher's girlfriend arrived to pick up, her daughter was missing.
I will give it to a lot of the teachers there. They jumped in their personal vehicles. They were driving around, looking in, there's like ladies in dresses, like looking in bushes, trying everywhere, screaming, looking for our child.
The 45-minute search was agonizing, but eventually Saubacher says that his daughter was found safe at the family's home.
Broke down and cried. Like, I was so happy she was safe and wasn't stuck in somebody's car.
Saubacher says that he hasn't sent his child to school since, and the school tells him that they're going to reassign her to a different teacher. But he says they haven't told him anything about school procedures changing. We reached out to the Sun Prairie School District, who declined to interview, but said the school is working directly with this family, but wouldn't comment further. Reporting in Sun Prairie, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Well, this morning, many of us woke up to the roaring sounds of thunder, but it's starting to clear up here, especially in Dane County as we're getting our morning started for us. But we do have an update to our flash flood watch for Richland and Crawford County. But that update is until 6 p.m. this afternoon, as because we are looking at chances of seeing some more rain going into that area. But as of right now on our radar, we're starting to clear up. We are still tracking some of those showers and storms from northern Iowa, still trying to leak their way into southern Wisconsin. But for the most part, we're looking at the strength of that to really dwindle. And so we're starting to get into our dry side as we get into our rest of our morning into our afternoon. Now, in terms of severe weather, not too much of a threat for us in southern Wisconsin. We do have a marginal risk, however, so something to keep an eye on. But really the threat is for northern Wisconsin, where we have an enhanced and slight risk of seeing some severe weather for our friends to the north. But for us, we're looking at sunshine to really be the main threat for us throughout our day. And by threat, I mean because it's going to be hot. We're looking at hot temperatures, real humidity as we get into our afternoon, and that sun is really going to just bathe down on us in southern Wisconsin throughout much of our afternoon. Now, as we get into about later part of the evening, we're looking at another round of seeing some showers and storms to start to pop up, especially towards the northern areas of southern Wisconsin. And then as we go into the overnight hours, we're looking for another round of seeing some showers and storms starting to sweep their way across southern Wisconsin. So that's what we're going to be keeping our eye on throughout the rest of our Saturday. Now, in terms of precipitation, we're looking for heavier bands of seeing that rainfall, mostly into the northwestern section of southern Wisconsin. That's what we're looking at to really see that isolated flooding to be localized for those areas, mostly into the west. But us in the south, not so much, but still getting a healthy amount of rain. Now for Madison, as of right now, 70 degrees, but it is very muggy as we're looking at 68 degrees for our dew points. As the sun is starting to rise, we're looking at temperatures starting to warm back up. We're into those lower 70s. However, for Milwaukee and Kenosha, 78 degrees as of right now, 71 for Watertown, and then 70 degrees for Boscobel and for Lone Rock. Our dew points, uncomfortable to start off. 68 degrees in Juneau and for Lone Rock and Boscobel as well. And to the Dells, 65 degrees. So anticipate it to be a very muggy day for us and a hot one as well. So make sure you're staying hydrated, especially as we get into the afternoon, because that sun is going to be unforgivable and the heat will be very disrespectful. As we get into the afternoon hours, 91 degrees looks to be our high, hot and humid conditions. Again, make sure you're staying hydrated throughout the course of the day and make sure you take your cool breaks as well. Now, as we go in throughout the next few days, our hot day is today, Saturday, 91 degrees, and then we're going to be trending into cooler conditions slowly but surely. We're going to go into next week with much better conditions as those lower 80s and upper 70s are coming in. Still some chances of rain, but nothing too crazy as of right now, as we're looking at a bit more of relief heading into next week.
Man, 91?
I know, right?
Oof,
and you got to add some humidity to it, too.
I know.
I'm staying inside.
All right. Thank you so much, Julian.
Sure thing.
Well, Tropical Storm Ida has strengthened into a hurricane now. It could grow rapidly into a major Category 3 hurricane with top wind speeds of 120 miles per hour when it hits near the U.S. coast. Now, the National Hurricane Center forecasts that the system will pass through the southeastern and central Gulf of Mexico later on today and parts of Louisiana, including New Orleans. Extending to the Mississippi-Alabama border are all under that hurricane watch right now. New Orleans mayor is also calling for evacuations.
At this time, I am calling for mandatory evacuation of all areas outside of our levee protection system.
The arrival of Ida comes as Sunday marked 16 years since Hurricane Katrina slammed into the Gulf Coast. On August 29th of 2005, Katrina made landfall near the Grand Isle, Louisiana. That Category 3 storm caused severe flooding to a number of cities. That included New Orleans, which suffered catastrophic damage when levels failed. Now, thousands of storm evacuees were forced to shelter inside the city Superdome, where more than 1,800 fatalities were attributed to a Katrina across the Gulf region. Financial damage from Katrina was estimated about $125 billion. And our time right now is 8:16. Coming up, just how much someone paid for a rare Apple II computer manual signed by Steve Jobs himself. And plus, there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend as Will Loper shares 3 things to watch. That's all coming up next in our trending news on News 3 Now this Saturday morning.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Shop the big sale at Grand Appliance for exclusive savings of up to $1,000 on qualifying appliance packages from these top brands. Save on top of great sale offers like this Samsung front-load washer for just $728, or this LG 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator for just $14.98. Shop GrandAppliance.com or your local Grand showroom to save today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
The open road is waiting. Well-qualified lessees can sign and drive this 2021 Equinox LT for around $350 in a month, or make no monthly payments for 90 days on most 2021 Equinox models when you purchase.
Did you know that your toughest cleaning problems can be caused by hard water metals? They lock in residues on your hard surfaces and dishes like a glue. Try 9 Elements. Its vinegar-powered deep clean dissolves soap scum buildup and removes hard water spots and grease. Made with never more than 9 ingredients. 9 elements, more than a clean, a cleanse.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
At US Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work, or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile?
Who's ready to
So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice 2-piece sofa and love seat or sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
And taking a quick look at what we can be expecting for today. Not necessarily 10-day just yet, but a quick little preview of what we're going to be looking at. So we're going to be seeing our Saturday being a hot one. It's going to be hot and humid throughout the course of the day, so make sure you are going to stay hydrated because that sun and the heat will be very unforgivable. Now back into our flash flood watch. We do have this flash flood watch in effect for Richland and Crawford County until 6 p.m. this afternoon because we are looking at chances of seeing some more rain or thunderstorms in that area going into our afternoon and evening hours. Now, as of right now, however, we're starting to see just a little bit of something trying to pop up going into Viroqua, but as of right now, we're still seeing a lot of that strength and those showers starting to die out for us. But we'll talk more coming up. Over to you, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, we're learning right now about some flaming hot Cheetos. Now they're coming to be the perfect drink to pair with this new snack. Now, the snack is a PepsiCo. They introduced this as a flaming hot Cheeto brand, and it will be available for people to get just online, though, at the end of the month at Mountain Dew's virtual store just while supplies last. Don't know if I'll try that one. But there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming right now as our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Get her. Newly streaming on Disney Plus, now at no extra charge for subscribers, is the film Cruella.
She thought she owned everyone. But there's something about poetic justice that's just so poetic.
Emma Stone stars as the classic Disney villain who's now actually quite nice to dogs in the live-action retelling that pits Emma against Emma.
I guess you must hate her. She has made it me or her. And I choose me.
Cruella is streaming on Disney Plus now.
You have a bit of an extreme side. Yes, darling. And what fun that is.
You said we were best friends.
What are you two doing here?
Newly streaming on Hulu is the film Vacation Friends.
Excuse me, this is a private event. Oh, it's cool. We know the bride and groom. We met these 2 animals down in Mexico.
The R-rated raunchy comedy tells that age-old story where a normal couple has their lives upended by a crazy and weird couple.
Okay, look, we just gotta contain it. It's only happening because you said see you later.
I said it without meaning it like any decent person would. And somehow he's charming, my dad.
Everywhere they go, chaos happens.
Vacation Friends is streaming on Hulu now.
This is the best wedding I've ever been to.
Breakups are hard. I was humiliated.
You're going viral in the wrong way.
Finally, newly streaming on Netflix is the film He's All That.
Makeovers are my thing. When I first met him, he was 120 pounds of bad hair.
Why don't you just make another Jordan?
I will create the next prom king.
You make it sound so easy.
You don't think I can do it?
No, but I do think it'll be fun watching you try.
The gender-swapped version of She's All That tells the story of an influencer making a bet that she can turn an antisocial boy into prom king.
There's more to you than what you let everyone see.
And what if I like it that way?
You're falling for our little project? Things aren't always the way they seem.
So I was a bet.
He's All That is streaming on Netflix now.
Things with Patrick may have gotten a little more complicated than I thought.
Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch. And this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Well, it was worth nearly $800,000. That's how much someone shelled out for this rare Apple II computer manual signed by Steve Jobs himself and one of Apple's angel investors back in 1980. RR Auction says it was originally owned by someone named Julian Brewer, and some other Apple-related memorabilia was also sold during that auction, including a letter with Jobs' signature that sold for nearly $480,000. Well, coming up next, we're going to keep you updated on the latest numbers from health officials regarding the coronavirus as it spreads across the country and right here in our state. Plus, the national organization is helping veterans across the country, but is making a pit stop in Janesville. We'll be right back.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, no interest if paid in full by February 2023. Call today.
Patio enclosures. What if sun-made raisins were just the beginning? A naturally sweet start to a world of imaginative snacks. Like creamy yogurt-covered raisins, fruity raisin snacks that taste like sweet or sour candy, and yummy s'mores bites with oats and nuts. All from Sun-Made, and all made with whole fruit. Because goodness really is delicious with Sun-Made snacks. Imagine that.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
If laundry stinks, it could be bacteria. Untouchable stink protection. Detergent alone doesn't kill all odor-causing bacteria. Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9%. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last. Ooh, Venza. Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
If you're nearing retirement or if you're already retired, you won't want to miss Retirement Income Strategies with the Madison money guy, Christian Finfrock. Watch Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday evenings at 5.
Wow. No braces, everything's hands-free. I wasn't so lucky.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invis is faster than braces and the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors, Invisalign.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, no interest if paid in full by February 2023. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
Well, right now, how other local districts are creating their own health policies for the upcoming school year. Well, good morning and welcome to News 3 Now. This Saturday morning, I'm Taylor Lazenby, and let's get straight to it with our weather this Saturday morning with Julian Seawright. Julian, good morning. Happy Saturday.
Good morning. Happy Saturday to you as well and to everyone who is watching us this morning. Now, to get things rolling for us, we do have that flash flood watch in effect for Richland and Crawford County until 6 p.m. this afternoon. So that's what we're going to be looking at, because it was updated because we're going to be starting to see some showers and storms starting to pop up again into western Wisconsin as we continue throughout our morning and into our afternoon as well. So that's what we're going to keep an eye on. But for right now, the radar is starting to dry up quite a bit. The sun's starting to peek out here, especially in Dane County, but we're still having some signatures of some showers. What we're really keeping our eye on is northeastern Iowa. There's still some lines of showers and storms trying to develop and push their way into western Wisconsin, which is, again, why we have that flash flood advisory still being updated. Now, we do have a marginal risk into areas just about north and west of Dane County, but the real risk for severe weather for today is northern Wisconsin, as we're looking at enhanced and slight risk of seeing severe weather in those areas. But throughout our afternoon, we're looking at warm temperatures to roll in, plenty of sunshine, but it's going to be very humid. So make sure that you're staying hydrated, because it's going to be a hot one, especially throughout our afternoon and evening hours. Not going to say don't be enjoying your Saturday afternoon activities, but definitely stay cool and stay hydrated, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, turning our attention to back-to-school news in the Madison School District, masks are mandatory, but for the start of the school year. But as of now, vaccines for teachers are not. But that could all change as soon as next week when the school board takes up its issue on Monday. Yesterday, Superintendent Carlton Jenkins says he's in favor of changing that policy.
As superintendent, yes, I am recommending that we move forward with a mandate for vaccination.
A representative from the Madison Teachers Union says about 85% of their members also agree. And of course, we're continuing our back-to-school coverage, answering a question about safety. How are local districts creating their health policies this school year to make sure that your kids and family stay safe and COVID-free? Our Christina Laurie explains.
Just as districts consult with parents and teachers about schedules and curriculum.
For the most part, there's a medical advisory board that many of our pediatric ID doctors are part of.
This school year, some of the most important conversations are happening with doctors.
Many of them are involved with helping create policies so that kids can safely get back into school. They don't have to do it virtually, and they can keep those schools open.
Keeping kids healthy and in school are the top two priorities. Sounds simple enough, although it's easier said than done.
The first thing we want to do is vaccinate everybody that is eligible.
Children under the age of 12 still can't get the vaccine, but they can and are getting COVID. Cases among kids are surging from 38,000 at the end of July to more than 180,000 last week, 1,500 of those here in Wisconsin.
Majority of our hospitalizations still are in the unvaccinated.
Although kids are less likely to be hospitalized, they can still suffer long hauler effects themselves or spread the virus to others.
This is not a forever. We'll come off this surge.
But until then, the #1 recommendation from doctors to districts this school year really is simple.
I think I said it once or twice before, but yeah.
Wear a mask.
If a child is masked and they are exposed to another child who proves to have COVID but is also masked, then it is safe, if they're both masks, to not have the child who has been exposed, as long as they're asymptomatic, be under quarantine.
Keeping kids in school and healthy until winter break.
I think by Christmas, we'll definitely have shots available to go into the arms of these kids to vaccinate them and protect them.
Reporting in Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
But you can find all of our back-to-school coverage up on our website. That's at channel3000.com. And a national organization helping veterans across the country is making a pit stop in Janesville on Friday at the Elks Lodge. The group, called Project Hero, is based in San Diego, and they're currently in the middle of a challenge. That challenge is biking from Minneapolis to Chicago just in less than a week, and along the way, raising money for vets to help with their mental and physical disabilities.
It's a life-changing experience for a lot of vets. One of the things that happens when you're wounded is you get pulled out of your unit. And then you have the guilt that you're not there helping them and all those things. And you need that unit identity back. And we are Project Hero. We create that, and we create the mission that replaces and gives you hope and purpose to accomplish this task of riding the 525 miles over 6 days with your other service members and really work the way we trained when we served.
Well, the group has more than 50 active sites across the country. To find out more about the work that they're doing, you can head over to their website at projecthero.org. Coming up here on News 3, at least half of the U.S. 12 to 17-year-olds have had at least one COVID vaccine dose. Plus, doctors from all across Wisconsin are sending one important message that's for anyone with kids in schools.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Still fresh. Unstoppable. In-wash scent booster. Downy Unstoppables.
Daryl's family uses Gain Flings now, so their laundry smells more amazing than ever.
Isn't that the dog's towel?
Hey, me towel, Zoo towel.
Republicans in Congress are working for the richest 1%. They got caught red-handed blocking economic relief for working people just to protect tax loopholes for the ultra-wealthy. Billionaires so rich, they shoot money into space while they dodge their taxes. Ron Johnson doesn't want the 1% to pay their fair share because he's one of them. It's time to build a stronger economy. MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
In this ad, pay attention to the actor's gums. Gums? We don't think about them. But like skin, over time, gums can get damaged. Colgate Gum Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Neuriva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Neuriva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance? Yes, please. Neuriva, think bigger.
At Culver's, we never tire of crafting fresh frozen custard right in our restaurants.
As soon as I'm like, who wants Culver's custard? The kids are already running out the door.
Hello, everybody. Here's your custard. Always rich and creamy, always sure to put a smile on your face.
It's more than just a special treat. It's creating memories with my children and family time.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
Family time is custard time. Welcome to Delicious.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice, 2-piece sofa and love seater sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
A local high school wrestling coach, breaking barriers in her profession, is now battling the biggest opponent of her life. The drive that keeps her going and the community behind her in the 608. Monday on News 3 Now this morning. Madison schools tackle racism through a new approach to its curriculum.
What we have been teaching our students doesn't tell the full truth from different perspectives.
Chris Stanford shows you what the plan will look like in your child's classroom. Monday on News 3 Now at 6.
Taking a quick look at our forecast. Well, as of right now, we do have that updated flash flood watch in effect for Richland and Crawford County until 6 p.m. this afternoon. And taking a look as of right now for our radar, we were seeing plenty of showers and thunderstorms, but those have mostly died out. However, some areas are still looking at some isolated showers as we are waking up this morning. As for us in Madison right now, the sun is peeking through 70 degrees with the dew points at 68 degrees. And as we go on throughout the rest of your day, planning it out. It's going to be hot. Make sure you're staying hydrated and staying cool, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, schools are making a final preparations for back to school this week. About 500 doctors from all across Wisconsin are sending one important message, and that message is for anyone with kids in schools. Our Jamie Perez shares more about what they're asking for and why they want you to take a listen.
There are 3 main things at the top of doctors' minds as kids begin their return to in-person learning.
Children are our most precious resource, and we want them to be protected.
The first, outlined in an open letter to parents and signed by 500 pediatricians, is to mask up.
We have a very vulnerable population of children as they return to school in the midst of what really is a surge of COVID infection.
UW Health's Dr. Ellen Wald said masks are safe to wear for anyone over the age of 2. For many kids, that's the only protection they have.
As you know, children under 12 are not eligible for those vaccines.
Second request, keep maintaining at least 3 feet of social distancing.
Attendance at school is tremendously important. We know it can be done safely.
Wald said she's happy that students can be in person again, but wants to avoid the consequences that could come of that if not done safely.
I think we underestimate what a disaster is going to happen. They underestimate the effectiveness of masks, and they overestimate any detriment that the masks may bring.
The third ask, anyone who is eligible for the vaccine should get one.
I think if we have sick children or any fatalities on our hands that could have been prevented, that people will be really sorry.
Wald said since most students are not eligible for the vaccine yet, it's up to those who are to provide an effective layer of protection to prevent an outbreak in schools.
We hear all these people who, when they get sick, who've been deniers of either masks or vaccine, and when they get sick, they then want to say how they were wrong. Sometimes it's too late to say that you're wrong.
Well, U.S. intelligence agencies are still divided on the origins of the coronavirus. Right now, they believe China's leaders did not know about the virus before the start of the global pandemic. That's all according to results released on Friday of a review ordered by President Joe Biden. An unclassified summary indicates 4 members of the U.S. intelligence community say with low confidence that the virus was initially transmitted from an animal to a human. A 5th intelligence agency believes with moderate confidence that the first human infestation was linked to a lab. Now, analysts do not believe the virus was developed by a bioweapon. And another site of an increase in Wisconsinites receiving their first vaccine. Right, as of now, 51.1% of the state's population has completed its vaccine series. And turning our attention to Dane County, now has at least 69.1% of its population vaccinated. That's at least half of the U.S. are now 12 to 17-year-olds have had at least one COVID vaccine dose. But a new study shows that adolescents who initiate getting COVID-19 vaccinations on their own are more likely to complete that series. The CDC found more than 86% of adolescents who received a first dose of COVID vaccine later got their second dose. Vaccination rates were higher in 16 to 17-year-olds than in other adolescent age groups. The CDC says about 52% of the U.S. population has now been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. And more than 600,000 Americans have received an additional dose of the COVID-19 vaccine as of Thursday. That's all according to the CDC, since the FDA authorized the additional dose for certain higher risk people. That was on August 13th. A total of 643,000 have now received that booster shot. That's out of a total of 9 million Americans who have weakened immune systems, like organ transplant recipients. Now, these COVID booster shots will be available for all Americans starting the week of September 20th, according to the CDC. Coming up here on News 3, why researchers say eating a hot dog can take at least 36 minutes of your life. Plus, we're taking a live look outside, and Julian will have your full forecast. That's coming up next on News 3 Now this Saturday morning. But first, we have some happy birthdays. Happy 3rd birthday to Chauncey and Easton.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Does your plug-in fade too fast? Try Febreze Fade to 5 Plug. It has built-in technology to digitally control how much scent is released to smell first day fresh for 50 days. La 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 la. For the power of a deep clean in minutes, try Mr. Clean Clean Freak. Unlike bleach sprays, Clean Freak begins deep cleaning on contact with 3 times the cleaning power to break down tough messes in seconds. So it's perfect for stovetops, tough bathroom soap scum, and even stainless steel. Mr. Clean Clean Freak.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile?
Who's ready to
So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning and welcome back, everyone. And hopefully your morning is starting off pretty good because it is here in the Channel 3000 area. Now, as we get things rolling for us, we are looking at our flash flood watch that is in effect for Crawford and Richland County until 6 p.m. This has been updated. As at first, it was until 9 a.m. this morning, but now we're going to be seeing that updated due to chances of seeing some rain starting to develop as we get into our afternoon. But as of right now, we are looking for our radar to start to dry out just a bit. Still some stray showers into the far southwest corridor for us, but really what we're going to keep our eye on are these storms that are popping up in northern Iowa, trying to leak their way into southern Wisconsin as we go on throughout the rest of our morning into our afternoon as well. And in terms of severe weather, we're not looking at a real good chance of seeing severe weather in southern Wisconsin. We're just in the marginal risk. Could be seeing some stray thunderstorms, especially as we get into tonight. However, the real risk will be into northern Wisconsin, where we have an enhanced and a slight risk of seeing severe weather for us. Now, in terms of going into our afternoon, it's going to be very hot. We're looking at this plenty of sunshine as we're going to be clearing out any kind of cloud cover going into our afternoon hours. The 90s will definitely be there for us, and the humidity will be as well. So make sure you're staying cool and make sure you're staying hydrated because it's going to be a rough one throughout our afternoon. Now, as we get into the evening hours, we're going to start to see some showers starting to develop into the far northwest corridor, especially around La Crosse and outside of Camp Douglas. And then as we get into the nightly hours, that's when we're looking at some waves of showers and storms to start to move into southern Wisconsin and lining themselves up across overnight hours going into our early Sunday morning. And so we're looking at some pretty good precipitation totals, especially into the far northwest. And that's why we are looking for those areas, especially Richland and Crawford County, to be having a flash flood watch because of all the rain that we've been seeing in just the last week alone. Now, 3 things we'll need to know. We're looking at storms to be really coming in late. We already saw the early showers and storms for us on the Saturday, but now we're looking at another round late tonight. Humidity is going to stick around this weekend, and it's going to be hot. So make sure, once again, you're staying cool throughout the course of today. Now, right now, we're waking up 70 degrees. It is muggy with 68-degree dew points, and that's not even the worst part. We're looking at 70-degree dew points over in Milwaukee and Kenosha and Fort Watertown, and over into the west for Viroqua, 71-degree dew points as well. So as you're planning your day, make sure you're prepared to wear loose clothing because it's going to be a hot one and it's going to be a muggy one. Now, as we take a look at our afternoon, this is how things are going to be stepping up. We're looking at hot and humid conditions with 91 degrees being our high. And as we take a look for the next couple of days, we're going to be cooling down slowly but surely. We're looking at 91 to be our hot one for today. And then we're going to be looking at those temperatures to start to dwindle into those 80s and 70s range, which is definitely something I'm looking forward to. So I'm not happy about this heat.
Yeah, dwindling for real. 91 to like 78.
About a 10-degree difference going on to Monday, and then, yes, the 13. Loving it. Loving it.
We'll see. We'll check back in with you. All right. Thanks so much, Julian. Well, how long can symptoms last for COVID-19 survivors? And the latest on this year's flu vaccine. CBS's Michael George has some of your top health stories.
The CDC recommends getting your flu shot before the end of October. A new report says this year, all flu vaccines available will be quadrivalent, meaning they'll protect against 4 different flu viruses. Health officials stress with COVID-19 and the flu possibly spreading at the same time this winter, getting a flu shot may help reduce the stress on the healthcare system. Most patients who were hospitalized with COVID-19 had most of their symptoms resolved within 12 months. That's according to a new study in The Lancet looking at more than 1,200 patients from Wuhan, China. Still, about half the group reported experiencing at least one persistent symptom. And new research shows 20% of children with cancer who get COVID-19 develop severe infection. That's much higher than kids overall, with studies showing 1 to 6% experiencing severe infections. Pediatric cancer patients were also more likely to be hospitalized and die compared to other children. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Well, civil rights icon Jesse Jackson has been transferred to a rehab hospital in Chicago area after being treated for COVID-19. Meanwhile, his wife, Jacqueline, remains in the ICU at Northwestern, continuing her fight against coronavirus. Now, Jesse Jackson is undergoing an intensive occupational and physical therapy now for his Parkinson's disease. Jackson had been an advocate for COVID vaccinations, apparently before catching a breakthrough infection from the Delta variant. And health researchers at the University of Michigan claim that eating a hot dog could take about 36 minutes off of your life. Researchers looked at more than 5,800 different foods in the U.S. diet and measured their effects in the minutes of healthy life, gained or lost. While the study can't tell you exactly what to eat and to live by, at least 100 researchers say it should help you make a more informed choices about healthy nutrition. And of course, stick with News 3 now all weekend long. Brad will have tonight's stories later on tonight at 6 and at 10. But first, how one family's jokes are helping bring joy to a neighbor in need. We'll be right back.
Get the biggest appliance savings at the big sale going on now at all Grand Appliance showrooms. Get this Amana top-load washer for just $4.98. This Frigidaire smooth top range for just $5.98. Or bundle up and save even more with up to $1,000 in extra savings available exclusively at Grand Appliance. Don't miss the big sale at grandappliance.com or your local Grand showroom. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts since 1930.
A great night's sleep starts on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Get a Queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress for only $67 per month when you use Steinhoffels' 60-month special financing. During our Labor Day sale, save up to $700 on all Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. And with free delivery and Steinhoffels' 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't make a mistake. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
Open Talenti and raise the jar to gelato made from scratch. Raise the jar to all 5 layers. Raise the jar to the best gelato you've ever tasted. Talenti, raise the jar.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Yee, classic beef and cheddar hard. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
Still fresh.
Unstoppable in-wash scent booster. Downy Unstoppables.
Daryl's family uses Gain Flings now, so their laundry smells more amazing than ever.
Isn't that the dog's towel?
Hey, Me Towel, Suit Towel. More Gain Scent plus Oxy Boost and Febreze in every Gain fling.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
In this ad, pay attention to the actor's gums. Gums? We don't think about them. But like skin, over time, gums can get damaged. Colgate Gum Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues. Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Chicago Bears versus Tennessee Titans, Saturday at 6 p.m.
Welcome back. Well, how did a reporter stop the boat? Well, by using a news anchor. Well, that dad joke might not impress everyone, but similar humor is helping a Wisconsin woman recover from back surgery. Our Jamie Perez reports on her neighbor's healing sense of humor.
If you would have asked Neva Fett if she thought she could walk like this a year ago, that would have been her reaction.
Last winter, I had back surgery, and I had to retrain myself to walk again.
Her doctor advised her to walk every day to regain her strength. Once struggling to get down the street using a walker, she can now walk without.
Very slow. A little worried about falling. Walking closer to the lawn in case I would fall would be less of a problem. And slow but sure, things improve, and I am pretty much now walking at least half of the neighborhood.
She credits her neighbors, Tom and Jennifer Hanser.
My wife's birthday tomorrow, and she's been leaving jewelry catalogs everywhere. So I bought her a magazine rack.
I canceled my subscription to the Scrabble Club. Now they're sending me threatening letters.
Since the start of the pandemic.
I have to laugh when I read these. I ate a kid's meal at McDonald's today. His mom got really mad.
It was Jennifer's idea to start putting dad jokes outside their home.
If I would be outside doing yard work or just outside, people would be coming up to me and saying, hey, we really enjoy the dad jokes you've been putting out. And I said, well, I can't really take the credit for it. That's my wife's idea.
A way to bring smiles to people's faces during a time when smiling seemed like a rare commodity.
Usually would run some of the jokes by our daughter. She's a high school senior, and kind of get the eye roll test. So if she rolled her eyes on it, then we know, well, that's a good dad joke. And
the couple said they've met new people doing this and find enjoyment in seeing cars pass and snap photos while they're passing by.
I think it's been a great idea. We've talked a little bit about how we ever going to get out of this, because it seems like a lot of people enjoy it.
While it brings the community together for a laugh, it's literally brought Neva back to her own 2 feet.
And when it was really cold, I had to put boots and caps and jacket, and I didn't feel like, but then I thought, oh, if I don't go, I'll miss the joke of the day.
She hasn't missed a day since January.
How awesome that she has something that she can look forward to at the end of this, you know, getting out and moving around again, and then she gets a reward by a little funny joke.
A small gesture that turned into something bigger than they ever imagined a corny joke could do.
What you two did is a show of caring. You are caring for your neighbors. You're caring for them to have a laugh.
In Madison, Jamie Perez.
Or a smile, because that might be the only one you have in a day.
News 3 now.
Well, you might be familiar with this summer viral craze. It's the milk crate challenge. Well, people on social media are stacking milk crates in a pyramid shape and trying to climb them up like stairs. Now the dangerous challenge has been banned by TikTok, which gave it life. Now TikTok deleted the search results for the hashtag milk crate challenge and said in a statement on Friday that the challenge was, quote, publicizing a dangerous activity. A Virginia orthopedic surgeon has warned against this stunt when it says it comes at a time when emergency rooms and medical professionals are overwhelmed with COVID-19 patients. Now, Julian, we talked about it in the first hour. I have not done the milk crate challenge. You yourself have not done it, but we've seen it in action.
Yeah, we've seen it in action, and because of that is why we are not going to participate.
Exactly.
In that, right? Yep. Nope. I like my body. As we're wrapping things up, planning out your day is going to be hot and it's going to be muggy, so make sure you're staying hydrated today. Make sure you stay cool. Wear some loose clothing as well. Over to you, Taylor.
All right, that'll do it for us this weekend. Again, you can watch Brad and the rest of the gang at 6.